Hello and welcome back to the Become That Girl Society, the space where we don't just glow up, we wise up. Here, we talk about the mindset shifts, level up strategies, and real life examples that help you become the woman you were always meant to be. Reminder that the lessons in this series are going to be expanded upon with more guidance in my upcoming book, Never Settle for Average 15 Rules of High Achieving Women, which will be on sale when the series is done. Keep following for more details. One of the most radical acts of self-love and self-preservation is learning when to walk away, not fight harder. Not explain yourself into exhaustion. Not tolerate one more excuse. Just walk away. High-achieving women aren't just defined by what they say yes to, they're defined by what they refuse to accept. The standards you set for the people in your life shape the quality of your life. If you're serious about leveling up, it's not just about who you surround yourself with, it's also about who you're willing to let go of. Here's who you need to walk away from, unapologetically. Walk away from those who drain your energy. Energy is your most valuable currency. Forget money, time, or status. If your energy is depleted, none of the other resources will matter. Energy is the fuel behind your creativity, your ambition, your presence, and your power. Protect it like your life depends on it because in many ways, it absolutely does. Every interaction you have either adds to your energy bank or drains it. There are people who leave you feeling lit up, inspired, invigorated, ready to take on the world. These are the relationships where the energy exchange is mutual, where the connection feeds your soul, not depletes it. Then there are others, the ones who leave you feeling heavy, anxious, exhausted. The ones whose presence feels like a weight on your chest instead of a hand at your back. Compassion is beautiful, but compassion without boundaries is self-destruction. Let's be clear. There's a difference between supporting someone through a hard time and being a permanent dumping ground for their drama. The difference lies in intention and reciprocity. Are they seeking growth and change, or are they addicted to chaos and comforted by your constant availability? Some people will treat your energy like a bottomless well, assuming that no matter how much they take, there will always be more. But you are not a well, you are a whole, complex, sacred human being. And you are under no obligation to run yourself dry for the sake of their comfort. What makes this tricky is that energy vampires aren't always obvious. They don't always show up with obvious red flags or bad intentions. They come wearing the mask of neediness, helplessness, or even charm. But no title, no bloodline, no history gives anyone the right to consistently drain your life. It's easy to convince yourself that you owe certain people endless patience, endless forgiveness, endless access, especially if you've been taught that love means sacrifice. But love without respect is not love, it's bondage. You do not have to explain your exhaustion. You do not have to justify your decision to step back. If being around someone feels like emotional labor, if every interaction chips away at your peace, your confidence, you have permission to walk away. No apology, no long explanations. Just a firm, clear, and necessary exit. Energy is sacred. Protect it fiercely, because when your energy is free from the drain of toxic connections, you're able to pour it into the things that truly matter: your purpose, your passions, your peace, and the people who uplift and energize you in return. You deserve relationships that feel like sunlight, not storms. Next, walk away from those who disrespect your boundaries. The people who truly respect you will respect your boundaries. Boundaries are not walls, they're gates. They don't keep love out, they keep chaos out. But there are always those who will try to push, test, or bulldoze your limits. They'll call you difficult when you enforce them. They'll accuse you of being selfish when you say no. Here's the truth. People who get angry about your boundaries were benefiting from your lack of them. Your no is sacred. Your time is valuable. Your peace is priceless. Walk away from anyone who makes you feel like you owe them access to you at the cost of your own well-being. Walk away from those who invalidate or dismiss you. Gaslighting doesn't always come with overt clapbacks. Sometimes it's the quiet, constant drip of dismissal. You're overreacting. You're too sensitive. It wasn't that serious. Pay attention to how people respond when you express your feelings, your needs, your experiences. Do they lean in with care, or do they roll their eyes and wave you off? Anyone who makes a habit of diminishing your reality is not someone you owe continued presence in your life. Your voice matters. Your feelings are real. Your experiences are valid. Walk away from those who make you doubt that. Walk away from those who demand more than you can give. There's a difference between someone challenging you to grow and someone demanding that you bleed for their comfort. Relationships, whether personal or professional, should be built on mutual respect and reciprocity, not one-sided sacrifice. If someone constantly pulls on you, drains your time, leans on you for emotional labor without giving anything back, that's not partnership, that's exploitation. You don't owe anyone your burnout. You don't have to run yourself into the ground to prove your worth. Walk away from those who treat you like a resource, not a person. Walk away from those who make you feel unsafe. Emotional safety, physical safety, psychological safety. If someone consistently creates an environment where you feel unsafe, where you're walking on eggshells, bracing for the next blow up, questioning your own sanity, it's not your job to fix them. It's your job to protect yourself. This includes people who weaponize your vulnerability, those who use your honesty against you, those who create chaos and then blame you for reacting to it. You are allowed to choose peace over loyalty, safety over history. Walk away from anyone who makes your nervous system scream for relief. Walk away from those who hinder your growth. Growth isn't always comfortable, but it should always feel expansive. It should stretch you, challenge you, and call you into higher versions of yourself. Growth should be about possibility, vision, and alignment. But here's the hard truth. Not everyone will cheer for your evolution. And even harder to admit sometimes, the very people closest to you will become the anchors holding you back. If you're surrounded by people who mock your dreams, downplay your ambitions, or roll their eyes at your personal development, hear me clearly, these are not your people. You cannot thrive in an environment that resents your expansion. You cannot soar in circles where your wings make others uncomfortable. It doesn't matter how long you've known them. Longevity does not equal loyalty. Years of shared history do not entitle anyone to a front row seat in your future. It doesn't matter how much they used to support you. What matters is how they show up now. Do they celebrate your wins or do they minimize them? Do they encourage your next move or do they question your every step, filling your mind with doubt? Your rise forces them to face the ways they've chosen to stay stagnant. And rather than confront their own limitations, it feels easier for them to pull you back down to their level. This is why self-awareness isn't just about knowing who you are. It's about knowing who you're becoming and being honest about who can come along for the ride. There will be people who want you to stay the version of yourself that they're most comfortable with. The version that doesn't ask for too much. The version that doesn't outgrow the role you once played in their life. But your job is not to stay small to fit inside someone else's expectations of who you should be. Your dreams are sacred. Your ambition is not up for negotiation. Choose your circle wisely. Because the soil you plant yourself in determines whether you bloom or wither. Manipulators will always demand that you prioritize their comfort over your truth. Don't make this a big deal. Why are you always so emotional? Can't you just let it go? Translation: please silence your feelings so I don't have to deal with my actions. Real love, real friendship, real respect honors your emotions, even when it's inconvenient. It doesn't ask you to swallow your pain for the sake of peace. You are not here to abandon yourself so someone else can avoid accountability. Walk away from those who expect your silence as the price of their comfort. Walking away isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It's the ultimate declaration that you will no longer participate in your own depletion. Every time you walk away from what diminishes you, you make space for what uplifts you. Let them call you cold. Let them say you've changed. Let them be uncomfortable. You're not here to appease anyone. You're here to honor yourself. Thanks for watching this episode of Become That Girl Society. If you liked this video, drop a comment below, share it with your bestie, and don't forget to subscribe for more. And as always, keep shining.